to know that I love you, baby. Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Tell me how you love me more, how you think I'm sexy, babe. You don't want nobody else, you don't want this girl, you don't want that girl. You wanna touch yourself when you see me. Tell me how you love my body, and I will make it feel, baby. You wanna roll with me, you wanna hold with me, you wanna stay warm and get out of the cold with me. I just love to hear you say it, makes a girl feel good, baby. Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Baby, you're the perfect shape, baby, you're the perfect way. Dreaming like my birthday, I want it this way, I want it that way. I wanna tell me you don't want me to stop. Tell me that would break your heart. You love me and all my debt. You wanna roll with me, you wanna hold with me, you wanna make eyes again and we just roll with me. I just love to hear you say it, makes a girl feel good, baby. Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I
Buenos dias y welcome to the pre-show of Southern California Edison's 13th annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. My name is Esperanza Guevara and I am the Managing Director for the Latino Media Collaborative, a nonprofit news media organization. And I don't know about you, but this year seemed to go by so fast. We're already towards the end of September and it feels like I just celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month a short while ago. Each year, we take time out to celebrate our heritage and culture for this month, but I hope you're all taking time out each day by celebrating, whether it's sharing a cultural meal with loved ones, supporting a local business, learning something new about our past, or even planning how you can make other people's lives better for the future. These are just some little ways you can keep the celebration of our culture going all year round. We have a great pre-event show lined up and you already got to see a little bit of it with this morning's entertainment with Olivia Pucci. Olivia's cultural background is of Italian and Mexican descent, and she was born and raised in the Bay Area where music had always been a part of her life. As a young girl, she performed in talent shows and now performs for audiences in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Europe, and recently had the opportunity to study and perform abroad in Florence, Italy. Her musical influences come from Billie Holiday, Etta James, and Linda Ronstadt, and she has written a collection of original songs and performs on a weekly basis. She's currently creating her own album of original R&B and jazz songs, and you can hear the passion and soulful sound in her singing. You'll get a chance to hear more from her later in the program. Today is officially 1 week into Hispanic Heritage Month, and we hope you've had a chance to celebrate in some of the local festivities. There was an event this past Saturday at the DeSoto Amphitheater and the Wine Festival in Pasadena. There are also some free events happening at the Ovation Hollywood Shopping Center tonight and in the coming weeks. Do you know of some other Hispanic heritage events happening in your local community? Tell us about them in the chat so we can all celebrate together. I just might see you there. So, one of the best ways to celebrate and honor our culture is through art. Art is timeless because you can see time frozen on canvas and can really tell a story of the time it was created. Which brings us to our next guest, Esther Fernandez from the Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture of the Riverside Art Museum. The Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture, aka the Cheech, just opened a little over a year ago on June 17, 2022, and resides in a renovated mid-century building that originally opened at the city of Riverside, California's public library in 1964. If you haven't had a chance to visit the center yet, Esther is here with us today to give us an exclusive sneak peek and tell us a little bit more about the museum.
Fernandez. I'm the Artistic Director of the Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture of the Riverside Art Museum. The Cheech is a center that focuses on showcasing Chicanx cultural production, visual arts, music, film. It's a community center as well, and it functions as a museum, as a repository of the Cheech Marin collection. The Cheech is dedicated to showcasing Chicanx art, and so it is bridging an education and exhibition gap that exists in our cultural institutions. And so we serve the community by having them come in and see this wonderful work, seeing their culture reflected back to them. We have tours that come through, student tours, people of all ages. We also have our Altura Credit Union Community Gallery, which features our local artists here from the region and uplifts narratives from the Inland Empire. It's the first gallery that people will see when they come here. We also have our free days, our days where we are open with educational programming and featuring again artists through music and song. So we hope that we're able to be a place where folks can come out and see themselves and their culture or learn about their neighbors. So Cheech Marin had a show at the Riverside Art Museum in 2017. It was called Papel Chicano 2. And the Riverside Art Museum, which is our umbrella organization, is about a block down from here. And they had this beautiful show of works on paper from the Cheech Marin collection. And as many of Cheech's show across the country do, it opened to unprecedented groups of people coming out. And so city officials were there and approached the museum to join in a partnership to bring the collection here to the Riverside. Well, I like to say that I came in at the last, my colleagues here worked so hard along with community to fundraise and did so in 5 years from capital campaign launch to the doors opening. And now I've been here over a year and 2 years. Orgullo means pride, but more than pride, it means having, I think, dignity and having a sense of your contributions and your, whether cultural contributions or your contributions in building this country be recognized, and uplifting a community and what they have to offer. And so I think that Cheech is a great example of Orgullo, of a community coming together to meet a goal and opening it up and really being overwhelmed by the local and national and regional attention that we've gotten, and putting Riverside on the map. Riverside is a wonderful city that I think showcases what's the best of art, having a city that supports the arts, having a community that is galvanizing behind a common cause, and so we're quite proud of that. That we have wonderful exhibitions on view. We have the permanent collection, which will be on view until May, and then we will rotate out some new works of the over 500 works that Cheech graciously donated to the Riverside Art Museum. And we have an exhibition upstairs called Chicana OX Body, which is a very cutting-edge exhibition that I think you should all see. So I welcome you and invite you all to come out and see what we have to offer here.
Thank you, Esther, for sharing your story and showing us some of the beautiful artwork at the Cheech. The paintings were so vibrant and each told a story of life that I'm sure many of us can relate to. I don't know about you, but there's something about art that really touches my soul. And it amazes me how one person can see a painting or piece of art and see one thing while another can see something completely different. You only gave us a sneak peek of the Cheech, and I bet there's still so much more to explore. I can't wait to visit, and I hope you get an opportunity to check it out too, to see more artwork by Cheech Marin himself and other local artists. A celebration is not a celebration unless there's food involved, so up next is a special guest chef, Evanice Holtz, founder and chef for Señorita. Señorita launched in East Los Angeles in the summer of 2017. As a first-generation Cuban-Brazilian American, food was and continues to be the adhesive that bonds her to her culture and makes her feel rooted. She doesn't have stories growing up on the island, but her warm memories from weekends in downtown Los Angeles at her abuelita's house eating her arroz con pollo and ropa vieja that fueled her love for cooking. At the age of 15, she became vegetarian. Then, when she went completely vegan at 18, she was devoid of the food that tethered her to her heritage because of her inability to cook. A plant-based teen in a Latinx household? No way. Cooking without animal products was a foreign language her immigrant family couldn't understand. So she taught herself to cook, beginning by adapting the Cuban recipes she missed so much into vegan masterpieces. Now, Señorita is a successful catering company focusing on sustainable, accessible, culturally relevant food. Let's see what Chef Evanice is cooking up for us today.
Thank you, Esperanza, and thank you so much, Edison, for having me. Today I'm going to be making a plant-based ceviche made with hearts of palm. It is absolutely delicious. We're going to home make some tostones made with some green plantains. Look at that. Let's get started. I have my electric fryer back there heating up, and I have my peeled plátanos right here. So to make tostones, you're going to want to fry them in a couple of steps. So I'm gonna do about that size right there, about 1.5 inches. Cut all of them, get them ready. And what you're going to do is fry them just as is. So I have my plátanos right here. I'm gonna pop them in the electric fryer. Now, while that's going, I'll introduce you to the next stars of this show. So we have hearts of palm over here. They come in cans, usually tubular like this. You're just going to slice them in half and just liberally just slice. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're trying to emulate fish here, and fish typically comes in all shapes and sizes, right? So we're going to put that aside. I have some chopped tomatoes over here. I have some cucumber. I use the English kind for this recipe. Some fresh diced jalapenos, cilantro, some avocado, and then I have some fresh citrus here, and that's what we're going to use to give this ceviche flavor. So some orange juice, some lemon, and some lime, and then we're going to mix that all together. So I'm mixing in my hearts of palm right here, the diced tomatoes, cucumber. You can omit the jalapeno if you like, but we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, so for those of you that love spice to kick it up a notch, I highly recommend it. In Cuba, most recipes you'll find are not going to have any spice at all. Me being born and raised in LA, I love to have a little bit of spice with my food. I have my fried plantains over here. I am going to smash them and then fry them again to make the tostones. Over here, I have the amazing mixture we just did with all the cilantro, the avocado, the hearts of palm, cucumber, and tomatoes. And we're just gonna mix all this up with the citrus juices and add some salt, and then it should be ready for dipping. Now to smash the tostones, you're gonna want some parchment or some plastic on the bottom here. So I have my toston right there, and then you're gonna want the same thing on top. Smash down, and then you have the perfect toston ready to go into the fryer. Look at these gorgeous tostones fresh out of the fryer. We've got the last two frying up. I love how they get crispy around the edges. I put some Maldon sea salt on there, and I love where you can see the imprint of the plátano right there. Okay, last batch of the tostones coming out. They look so beautiful. I love how crisp around the edges they get. Look at that. Okay, so now that our tostones are ready, I have our amazing mixture for the ceviche ready. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it into a bigger bowl. Just wait until the marinade gets in here. And don't forget, I almost forgot the onions. Cutest little onion you ever did see. Just going to dice that right up. And this is to taste. You can put as many onions as you like. In Cuba and in Florida too, you will find naranja agria or sour orange. So I like to make this using a makeshift naranja agria using some more bitter citrus with some orange. So I have some lemon, I have some orange, and I have some lime. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up. Already looks so delicious. This year's theme is Orgullo, which means pride, and I have so much pride in being a Cuban Brazilian American. It's recipes like these, heart of palm ceviche, or making my abuelita's arroz con pollo recipe at home. So I'm adding a little extra avocado at the end. I find that when I mix everything, sometimes the avocado can get quite mushy, so I like to add some extra bits at the end so that they still look nice and gorgeous when you're serving these to your guests or just for yourself. This year's theme is Orgullo for Hispanic Heritage. This year's theme is Orgullo for Hispanic Heritage Month, and what pride in being Hispanic means to me is tasting the vibrancy of my culture and the melting pot that can be so many other Latino cultures in one bite. So I taste this dish and I taste brightness and freshness and I see color, and I feel like that is what being Latino is all about, is having that sazon, having that flavor. So thank you so much for joining me in making this recipe. Thank you, Edison, for having me. I can't wait to take this first bite with you all. But first, we're gonna plate this into something beautiful that you can serve at home. You can eat this with tortilla chips, but I promise you, going the extra mile, making some fresh tostones, you are not going to regret having that Caribbean surge into this amazing ceviche recipe. It's so fresh and vibrant. Look at this delicious ceviche. I love to serve for garnish a little lime or lemon wedge on top, twisted. I think it looks super cute. We're just gonna go ahead and take the first bite. Look at that. So gorgeous, so fun. Thank you so much, Edison, for having me a part of your Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. I've had a blast making my favorite recipe, the plant-based ceviche made with hearts of palm and these incredibly crispy on the edges but fluffy on the inside tostones. I hope you all make this at home, and thank you for allowing me to share what gives me so much pride in my culture, which is the food, the color, the vibrance, the music. Sharing recipes like these means I'm sharing a piece of me and my heritage with everyone that goes along and makes this and eats this. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the celebration.
Thank you, Chef Evanise, for making that ceviche look so delicious. Who would have thought that ceviche could be vegan? There's nothing like cold ceviche with some crispy tortilla chips on a hot day, especially during these hot days we've been having this summer. Some of our food can be unhealthy, so it's great to see healthy options that don't compromise on the taste, which is so very important. Do you have a tasty dish that you've changed a little bit with healthier ingredients? Let us know in the chat and share how you tweaked the recipe. As for me, I tend to go with the original recipe. Well, it has been a pleasure celebrating with you this morning for Hispanic Heritage Month. I appreciate you hanging out with me to check out the Cheech in Riverside, California, to see some beautiful art with Esther Fernandez, and also for watching a delicious cooking demo with Chef Evanice from Señorita. So I wanted to talk about the word orgullo for a second, the Spanish word for pride, and this idea about having pride in our culture. Here at the Latino Media Collaborative, that's something that guides our work every day. We strive to uplift the stories of the Latino community through news reporting, and we hope you can read more of our work. You can visit us online by going to callo.org for more news coverage on Latino issues. I do want to recognize Esther for empowering local artists to share their artistic talents with the world and having a space to showcase their work. And thank you to Chef Evanice for showing us a healthier lifestyle and empowering us to take control of what we put into our bodies by making small changes. You can try her food on Sundays at Smorgasburg, LA. Although the pre-event show is ending, there's still more to come with the main event. We have a great show lined up for you today with some awesome speakers. We also have an opportunity for you to win some great prizes at the end of the show, so stay tuned to learn more. Before closing, I would like to thank you for sharing your favorite healthy dishes and all the great comments in the chat. It's so great to see many people actively engaged and giving shout-outs and sharing the love. As I kick off the main event, I would like to introduce you to the MC for today, Emmy Torres. With a background in acting and dancing, Emmy has been entertaining audiences since high school. Just like Chef Evanice, Emmy is also originally from the Bay Area. Emmy has over 10 years of professional hosting experience across the nation. Incorporating his dancing talents along with his ability to speak English and Spanish fluently, he has been fascinating crowds on many stages, including professional sporting events, beauty pageants, fundraisers, and dance competitions. His specialty is fusing dance and interaction with the crowd, with games, contests, and trivia. He received his bachelor's degree in theater arts from Long Beach State University in Long Beach, California. Let's welcome MC Emmy.
Thank you, Esperanza, for the introduction. Good morning, everyone, and happy Hispanic Heritage Month to you all. So what do you think of the pre-event show? How cool is the Cheech Center and all that beautiful artwork we got to see? I really need to take some time to drive out there to Riverside to check out all the displays and see the artwork in person. And the vegan ceviche from Chef Evanice, I bet it tastes really good. Thank you all for being here for SCE's 13th annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. The theme this year is Orgullo, recognizing those who empower our community. Why is it important to recognize those who empower our community? Well, for me, it's important because growing up, I didn't see many people that looked like me or shared my cultural experience on TV and film. So when I saw artists like Edward James Olmos, Cheech Marin, and our very own keynote speaker, Pepe Serna, on my TV, it filled me with pride and a belief that it was possible for someone like me to live out my dreams of becoming an actor. We have some phenomenal speakers today who are trailblazers in their industries and truly empowered others by giving them a voice and a seat at the table and leading the way for the Hispanic and Latinx community. But before we get started, Edison has some important safety tips to share with you. September is National Preparedness Month, so on the screen you'll see some disaster preparedness tips that we can all benefit from. In case of a power outage, we have backup power sources, including batteries and a generator. Prepare an emergency kit with water, food, medications, first aid supplies, and other essentials, including emergency contacts, a battery-powered radio, and cash. Know how to turn off your electricity, gas, and water. Determine where it is safe to take shelter in your home during a disaster. Discuss and practice an emergency plan with your family, including potential evacuation routes and the location of emergency shelters in your area. Learn basic first aid and CPR. And lastly, store important documents in a waterproof and fireproof container. This is a great reminder, and based on this list, I definitely need to update my safety kits. Our social media hashtags today are hashtag SCEHHM 2023 and hashtag Hispanic Heritage Month. We would love to see your posts about your experience today by using these hashtags so we can all follow along. Let us know if you learned anything new or had an aha moment from today's program. Did you dress up for today's program or make a special breakfast or drink to enjoy while watching? Well, share your pics. Share your pics. We would love to see them, and we'll be sure to like it. Also, like SCE on Facebook and follow SCE on Twitter and Instagram. And now for the opportunity drawing. Do you like winning prizes like I do? Well, today we have 2 items to choose from. The first 6 winners will receive one of Chef Evanice's Señorita hats in pink. And 4 lucky winners will receive Pepe Serna's book entitled Life is Art. Who is our keynote speaker today? So, if you would like to be entered into the drawing, from now until 10:45 a.m., type the letters HHM in the chat so you can be entered into the drawing. I repeat, type the letters HHM in the chat to be entered into the drawing for one of the opportunity drawing prizes. If you are one of the lucky winners, be sure to email your name and address by September 29th to SCE@SCE.com. Winners will be announced at the end of the program. Good luck. All right, our first guest speaker of the main event is Senator Rosalise Ochoa Bogue for the 23rd District of the state of California. Senator Ochoa Bogue is a native Californian and the daughter of Mexican immigrants. Throughout her career, Ochoa Bogue has been a champion for stronger schools, lower taxes, better infrastructure, and more affordable home prices. She serves on 10 committees, including, but not limited to, Budget and Fiscal Review, Rules and Ethics, and is the Vice Chair for Education, Housing, and Public Safety Committees. Senator Ochoa Bogue and Greg Bogue, her husband of 27 years, live with their son, 2 daughters, and a Cocker Spaniel named Penny in the city of Yucaipa. Senator Ochoa Bogue is a graduate of San Bernardino High School and the University of California, Santa Barbara. Let's welcome Senator Rosalise Ochoa Bogue.
Thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you, Southern California Edison, for inviting me to speak at this incredible Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. It is truly an honor to stand before you today and share in the pride of our Latino community. Our heritage is a tapestry woven with vibrant colors, rich traditions, and inspiring stories of resilience and triumph. It is a heritage we carry with immense pride, and it is essential to recognize the contributions Latinos have made to our great nation. Throughout history, our community has overcome countless challenges, and it is through this tenacity that we find strength and unity. We must celebrate who we are, embrace our roots, and cherish the cultural diversity that enriches our society. Our pride lies not only in our individual accomplishments, but also in our collective success as a community. As your senator, I believe representation matters, and I stand here today as a testament to the limitless potential that lies within our community. Through my work in the Senate, I have championed initiatives that promote education, access to quality health care, and economic opportunities for all. I understand the challenges faced by our community, and I will continue to advocate for policies that uplift and empower California's Latinos. Education is the foundation of success, and I'm dedicated to ensuring that every child has access to a quality education, regardless of their background. I believe in breaking down barriers, providing mentorship, and fostering an environment that nurtures the potential of every young mind. Furthermore, economic prosperity is crucial in creating a brighter future for our community. By fostering entrepreneurship and supporting small businesses, we can pave the way for economic growth that benefits all. If you require aid with a state agency or details regarding state legislation, my district office is available to assist you. We can help you navigate state bureaucracy and answer any questions you may have. Our office can serve you in numerous ways, such as aiding with government forms, supplying information on legislation, or connecting you with local agencies for community concerns. Hispanic Heritage Month holds a special place in our hearts as it provides an opportunity to reflect on our history, culture, and the trailblazers who have paved the way for future generations. It is a time to recognize the tremendous contributions of Latinos to the fabric of the American society. By celebrating our heritage, we inspire the younger generation to take pride in their heritage. It is a reminder that diversity is our strength, and by respecting our differences, we can create a more inclusive and harmonious society. In conclusion, let us remember that our heritage is not just a part of our past, but it is our foundation for our future. Together, we can achieve greatness by celebrating the diversity that makes us stronger, by empowering our community, and by ensuring that every individual has an opportunity to succeed. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Southern California Edison for organizing this incredible event and providing a platform for us to come together in celebration. Let this month be a stepping stone to a brighter future where the Latino community continues to thrive and prosper. Let us unite in our Latino heritage and love for the state as we strive for the American dream.
Now, to kick off today's event, I'm pleased to introduce the president and CEO of Edison International, Pedro J. Pizarro. In addition to running Edison International, he is a member of the Edison International's Board of Directors. Pizarro has served on the Electric Power Research Institute's Board of Directors since 2016 and became chair of the board in April 2020. He was also elected as one of 3 vice chairmen for Edison Electric Institute in June 2020. He serves on the board of Argonne National Laboratory and Caltech and has served on the boards of Electric Power Supply Association, California Power Exchange, Colburn School, House Research Institute, Southern California Leadership Council, and Western Energy Institute. Pedro represents the electric industry on the Secretary of Energy Advisory Board and co-chairs the SEAB Innovation Working Group. He serves on the Electricity Subsector Coordinating Council and on California Governor Gavin Newsom's Task Force on Business and Jobs Recovery. Please join me in welcoming Pedro J. Pizarro.
Thank you, Emmy, for the introduction and for being our MC today. Buenos dias a todos. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 13th annual Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. A big thanks to Senator Ochoa Bogue for her remarks. We are so very pleased that you are joining us here today, along with Senator Bogue and our special guests. So let me give a warm welcome to Esperanza Guevara, Maria Esther Fernandez, Evanice Holtz, Martha de la Torre, Yana Garcia, Magdielia Hermida Duhamel, Brian Dimas, Pepe Serna, and Olivia Pucci. Thank you all for being a part of today's celebration to recognize our Hispanic and Latino communities and our many contributions as we pay tribute to our heritage. Our theme this year is centered around orgullo, or pride in our culture, pride in our accomplishments, pride in our traditions. For me, I am proud of being part of an amazing team at Edison. It's a team with a tradition dating back more than 135 years. It's a team that is laser focused on safely delivering affordable, reliable, and clean power. And it's a team dedicated and committed to the customers and communities we serve, both as a company and on the part of so many of our team members, serving in the community day in and day out, on the job and off. I'm also proud of our tradition around resilience and innovation, and the work that we're doing to lead the clean energy transition. Through all this work, we are empowering the communities we serve to adopt the clean energy technologies that will help decarbonize our economy, to adapt to our changing climate, to become healthier places to live, work, and play, and to develop the skills and training needed for the future of work. But we can't do this alone. We need partners who believe in improving our communities as well by supporting small businesses, educating our youth, and doing their part for a clean energy future. That's why Edison International has partnered with local nonprofits to support our customers and our communities for more than 135 years. It isn't just monetary donations, it's volunteer hours as well. More than 80% of our philanthropic giving is allocated to underserved and under-resourced communities. In 2022, we contributed $20 million in philanthropic funding, including 630 grants. I'm also proud that my 13,000 teammates provided almost 57,000 hours in volunteer service. This year, we also plan to contribute $20 million in philanthropic funding, and as of August 31st, we have organized 63 volunteer events in our communities. Another way we support those communities is by investing in young adults who are headed to college to pursue studies in science, technology, and engineering and math, or STEM. We do that through our Edison Scholars Program. Since 2006, Edison International has awarded $15 million in scholarships to 760 students. Starting this year, we increased the scholarship to $50,000 per student. We understand the cost of education is a huge burden to families, and we hope that with our support, these scholarships will help ease that burden. Now, let's take a look at our latest Edison Scholars.
So we're at Whitney High School in Cerritos, and we are here to give Max Ping an Edison Scholarship.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, hey everybody. My name's Pedro Pizarro, and I understand that there's at least one person here who wants to study chemistry in college, right? Jackie Lee? Jackie, where's Jackie? Hey Jackie, come up here. Let's talk chemistry.
Hi, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you as well.
Is Max Ping here? Could you please come up here?
I heard you're planning to go to college? Yeah?
The reason we're here is to say congratulations. You are one of our 2023 Edison Scholars. And we're gonna put...
I work at Edison International, and Max, you're one of our 2023 Edison Scholars.
Well, congratulations, you're an Edison Scholar, Jackie.
I was really shocked. I will use this money to fund my college career.
It means the world to me. It really helps me propel me to the finish line in terms of being able to afford college and being able to pursue what I hope to pursue and continue, making a positive impact in my community.
First one in my family to go to college because they all immigrated from China. Honestly, it just feels unreal at this moment. I don't think I could fully comprehend. But thank you.
It is important that we recognize and support students who strive for greatness and have a passion for changing the world. So our Edison Scholars will now also be eligible for a paid internship with SCE after completing their first year of college. One of my favorite parts of the program is having the opportunity to meet these students in person and surprising them and their families with their scholarship. The joy, excitement, and emotions are just overwhelming, and I am so grateful to be part of their special day. In addition to supporting students, we also recognize nonprofit organizations that work every day to empower our Hispanic and Latino community by providing notable, long-standing, innovative, and crucial services. This year, we are excited to recognize 2 recipients for the 2023 Community Partnership Award. The first honoree is Amigos de los Rios and their Emerald Necklace School Campus Greening Program. This program creates nature-based outdoor spaces at Title I K-12 schools serving low-income communities throughout eastern Los Angeles County. Let's hear more about Amigos de los Rios.
Hi, my name is Claire Robinson. I'm the Managing Director of Amigos de los Rios. Our community organization focuses on the power of urban greening. We bring trees and habitat and nature back into our urban environment with a specific focus on communities that are underserved with green space and parks. We have enjoyed 20 years of planting trees and bringing the green back to the gray. Our partnership with Southern California Edison dates back to our inception. One of the retired employees was at the beginning phases of Amigos, starting this and having the vision for it, Jeff Yan. And we've worked with Southern California Edison ever since. We've received support for the vision, support for community engagement, the opportunity to connect with peers in the environmental sector and meet people who we wouldn't otherwise have met. So kind of moral support, best practice support, and then community power with volunteers from Edison coming and helping with a place like this, Peck Water Conservation Park, to bring it into a bird sanctuary. And we've also had funding for supporting our projects to do specific greening at schools along the rivers. And we've just had a long-standing partnership, which is honestly our longest standing of all the groups we work with. We've been supported by Edison from day one. Well, we're very excited to be able to focus on areas that sometimes seem derelict or we call it the asphalt quilt. So communities like El Monte, South El Monte are predominantly Latinx, Latino, and we have had a lot of fun activating families who really care about the environment their students or their children are in. A lot of them are very focused on asphalt and chain link, so we've brought trees and we've worked with literally thousands of young people from the community, and it's their power that's made these places as beautiful as they are today. Orgullo, we love the word because democracy is all about equitable participation. And when we are able to connect with community and bring trees and transform areas that were bleak into park-like settings, everybody enjoys the process. So that participation, that empowerment to take a tree, get one tree in the ground, one at a time, and do this for current and future generations, it's coming together of the community. I would like to share how important the art and science of partnership is, especially today. I get a little emotional because we need support. We need corporate, philanthropic, school districts, community agencies, public agencies. We're all better when we work together. So we're very, very, very grateful and very excited about our long-term and our future together with Edison. From the bottom of our hearts, we are really thankful.
Congratulations to Amigos de los Rios for your commitment to green spaces, green schools, parks, and trails throughout underserved communities in the Los Angeles Basin. The second recipient of the Community Partnership Award is Designated Exceptional Services for Independence, or DESI. DESI was founded in 2008 by a social worker seeking equitable access to academic and developmental services for her daughter, who has developmental disabilities. Let's hear more about their organization.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Chinzo, and I am the founder and executive director of Designated Exceptional Services for Independence, also known as DESI. DESI is a community organization that was founded by a mom, myself, to teach people with intellectual disabilities to be independent in the community. We started off as community integration. We now teach people independent living skills, and we support people with disabilities to live in their own home. The partnership that DESI and Southern California Edison have established is one of workforce development. They have provided us the support and monetary donations to help us teach our clients to be included in a work environment, and that could be anywhere within the city. We don't just have training here at our facility, we find other businesses to help employ them, and this is where we are really strong. So in the past 15 years that DESI has established the organization, we are now focusing on teaching people work skills development, women looking to re-enter the workforce, single mothers. We also have a food pantry that services the East Los Angeles community, which primarily has a group of senior citizens who are of Latino heritage, and we also have workforce development for them. That's a very good question. Orgullo to me means empowering people, empowering not only myself, but the women that I serve, the Latinx community, the Latina community. I teach them to be chingonas in the community. They advocate for their families, they advocate for themselves, and that is really important for me. Well, I'd like to share that this is also a family-run business. Since we've started, my family has really been instrumental in making the community strong and our organization strong. They have decided to come out here and really help the people that we serve. My son is part of our social media. My oldest daughter left the school district to come and help organize our office. My daughter, Desiree, who the company is named after, she comes here and volunteers her time on a daily basis. She'd rather be here. We've tried to find her work somewhere else, and this is where she loves to be. I'd like to also, most importantly, thank Southern California Edison for their nomination, for the award that they've given us, and for the continuous support they have endeavored or given to me. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to DESI for your commitment and dedication to those with access and functional needs, and helping them to live independently and achieve self-defined success. It's through partnerships with organizations like Amigos de los Rios and DESI that we extend our support throughout the community. So, thank you both for the work you do and your ongoing efforts to make a better tomorrow. We look forward to many, many, many more years of working together. And congratulations again to our Edison Scholars. For more information about the Edison Scholars Program, be sure to check out our community page at edison.com. As I wrap up, I wish you a happy Hispanic Heritage Month, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the program. Now, back to you, Emmy.
Congratulations to Amigos de los Rios and DESI as this year's Community Impact honorees. And thank you to Pedro for sharing the company's latest updates on the Clean Energy Pathway 2045. There's a lot of work that has to happen from now until then, so it's great to see the company being proactive to meet those goals. Our next guest is Marta de la Torre, founder and CEO of El Clasificado, which is the flagship brand of the parent company, EC Hispanic Media. Founded originally as a weekly Spanish language classified publication with her husband, Joe Badame, ElClasificado.com is now the largest Spanish language classified marketplace in the United States. The EC Hispanic Media Group provides a marketplace for business to business as well as business to consumer opportunities in the U.S. Hispanic market. It ranks among the top 115 classified marketplaces in the world, according to SimilarWeb.com. She was awarded the Marcia Lamb Inner City Innovation Award at the ICIC 2016 Inner City 100 Awards for the growing job opportunities in the inner cities. She has also been recognized by the Los Angeles Business Journal, the Small Business Association, United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Latina Style, the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and the Regional Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for her entrepreneurial success and contributions to business and community enrichment, especially in the Latino communities of California. Let's welcome Marta de la Torre.
Thank you, Emmy, for the introduction. And thank you, Edison, for inviting me to speak at your Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. It is an honor to be here today to celebrate the richness, diversity, and significant contributions of the Hispanic community. When I look back at the journey of El Clasificado, Quinceañera.com, EmpleosLatino.com, and Su Socio de Negocios, I feel an overwhelming sense of pride. These platforms were born out of a simple yet powerful idea: to empower the Latino community of Southern California and subsequently across the United States. Today, I want to share with you how this vision has turned into a transformative reality for so many. Let's start with El Clasificado. For more than 30 years, this publication has been a cornerstone for the Hispanic community. We have striven to provide valuable, timely information that has enabled individuals to make informed decisions about their lives. Be buying a car, finding a job, renting a home. El Clasificado has always been more than just a classifieds paper. It has been a trusted friend and guide for the community.
I never really wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was a CPA at Ernst & Young, and I loved helping business owners.
One day, my wife came to me and she wanted to buy a convertible Saab, and I didn't want her to buy a convertible Saab. I thought it was way too much money. And I told her, why don't you go work on that business plan you talked about, starting up a potential Spanish language penny saver, thinking that would be the cheaper option. Little did I know that was not the cheaper option. And that's how we spent the first 2 years as a Spanish language penny saver, direct mail, and it didn't work. We ran through our funds and we changed the business model, door-to-door, home delivery for a while. That didn't work, and then we went to rack delivery. And that was the beginning of the uptrend.
And he couldn't believe how people would run to pick up the magazine. He would be loading magazines in a rack on the street, and a bus would stop. Say, please, please, I want this week's magazine. And he really began to love it. We began to love it together. And then we really put more effort into it and grew it to what it is today.
Then we have Quinceañera.com, a time-honored tradition, a rite of passage, and a celebration of heritage and family.
The Hispanic community is filled with many traditions, one of them being the Quinceañera, which is a coming-of-age party for many Hispanic girls. At Quinceañera.com, we strive to keep this tradition alive. And we do this by offering small businesses the opportunity to showcase their products and services via print, our expos, Quinceañera.com planning app, and our Quinceañera.com site. So the concept behind Quinceañera.com started back in 2006. We noticed that in El Clasificado, we had a very popular party planning section, so we figured out how can we bring our vendors together with our readers in one place, and hence the expo started. We have now 8 expos a year, where we have hundreds, if not thousands, of families attend, ready to book the services of all of our local vendors.
EmplosLatino.com, as the name suggests, focuses on employment opportunities for Latinos. The job market can be a daunting place, and it's essential to have every possible advantage. We have built the platform to be a robust resource where community members can find job listings, resume tips, and career advice tailored to their unique needs. The result has been rewarding, with thousands finding not just jobs, but career paths that they may not have otherwise considered. Su Socio de Negocios is especially dear to my heart because it targets Latino entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship is more than just starting a business. It's about empowering individuals to realize their dreams and in the process contribute to the community and economy. By doing so, we're not just creating businesses, we're creating leaders.
Su Socio de Negocios, which was established in 2006, is a brand that's all about empowering Latino business owners. So whether you're looking to start a business, you just started a business, or you already have an established business, we help you with tools and anything you might need to help your business grow. And the way we do that is the brand consists of 3 things. We have our blog, which you can visit susocionegocios.com, and we put on expos and seminars for the business owners. And another thing that we do is we send out newsletters once a week, everything from social media to finances, HR, to all different types of access of businesses that they might need. We help you take your business to the next level.
Together, these platforms form an ecosystem that supports different facets of life for the Hispanic community: personal, professional, cultural, and entrepreneurial. But the fuel that drives all of this is not just information, it's representation. When people see themselves in the stories we tell, the opportunities we list, or the traditions we honor, they see a mirror of their potential and the possibilities that exist for them. Before I close, I want to leave you with a thought. Empowerment is not a gift we bestow on others. It's an environment we create where people can flourish, reach their potential, and contribute to the well-being of the community. In building El Clasificado, Quinceañera.com, EmpleosLatino.com, and Su Socio de Negocios, we didn't just offer services, we built platforms for empowerment. The real credit, however, goes to the community that has trusted us, used us, and grown with us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this incredible journey. Let's continue to celebrate our heritage, invest in our future, and above all, empower our community. Gracias y feliz mes de la herencia hispana.
Thank you, Marta, for sharing your story of empowering our community. And thank you for giving us a platform to be heard. Okay, we've been sitting for about an hour, so let's take a moment to get up and stretch, get our blood circulating, and take a break. This is a good time to refill your beverages and snacks and take a bio break if needed. During this time, we've got music to clear our minds. You've heard her this morning during the pre-event show, and now she's back for an encore performance. Please join me in welcoming Olivia Pucci.
Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor, nuestras almas se secaron. Tanto es sí que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú ya vas también sabor a mí. Si negaras mi presencia en tu vivir, bastaría con abrazarte y conversar. Tanta vida yo de ti, que por fuerzas tienes ya sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueño, no soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad de mi vida, todo lo bueno. Soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tengo amor, la eternidad para allá tal como aquí. En la boca llevarás sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueño, no soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad de mi vida, todo lo bueno. Soy tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tengo amor, la eternidad para allá tal como aquí en la boca llevarás sabor a mí. Sabor a mí. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I wish on a star that somewhere you are thinking of me too. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. I wonder if you ever see me, and I wonder if you know I'm there. If you look in my eyes, would you see what's inside? Would you even care? I just wanna hold you close, but so far all I have are dreams of you. And I wait for the day and the courage to say how much I love you. Yes, I do. I'll be dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I still can't believe that you came up to me and said, I love you. I love you too. Now we're dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be home. holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. With you tonight.
Yes, I needed that break. Oh man, Olivia, you have such a beautiful voice. Thank you so much for that performance and being part of today's celebration. Up next, we are pleased to honor this year's Gwen Moore Diversity Award. This award is given to an individual or company which has exemplified a strong partnership and value with SCE and is a positive representation of its core business strategy of working with diverse suppliers, women, minority, service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, and LGBTQ+ business enterprises. So this year's honoree is the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. They are the nation's leading regional Hispanic and diverse business organization and have been the voice for Hispanic and diverse business owners in California for over 40 years. Let's hear from them now.
Hello, I'm Julian Canetti, President and CEO of the California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce is a chamber of commerce representing the Hispanic businesses throughout California. We provide advocacy, education, and create opportunities for our businesses throughout the state. We do this by partnering with our 125 member organizations which represent Hispanic and diverse chambers throughout California. So our partnership with Southern Cal Edison is twofold, actually. Number one, on the procurement side, connecting our diverse suppliers with the opportunities that Southern Cal Edison provides. And then secondly, we also work with Southern Cal Edison to develop those suppliers to be qualified, certified, and competitive so they can win the contracts. So the State Hispanic Chamber gives back to our Hispanic and our Latinx communities, again, through creating opportunities with companies like Southern Cal Edison, but also in education and making our businesses much more successful in what they do day in and day out. Well, I think it's important for us to empower our communities throughout the state of California, especially our diverse communities, and for economic development reasons. If we're empowering our communities, we are creating jobs, we are creating employment opportunities, contract opportunities, and creating successful businesses who are then contributing back to their local communities. So I really want to thank Southern Cal Edison for what has been a partnership that has spanned a quarter of a century, 25 years. And in that time, we have worked with small businesses, we have developed small businesses, but more importantly, we have together contributed to the economic development of California and its Hispanic communities.
Congratulations, California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce, on winning the Gwen Moore Diversity Award. You have helped thousands of people and many businesses grow and prosper. So thank you, and to other organizations like you that want to uplift the Hispanic and Latino community. This award is well deserved. Our next guest speaker is Marta Carrera Slade, Vice President and Chief Ethics and Compliance Officer for Edison International and Southern California Edison. She is responsible for ethics education, awareness of the helpline, and international investigations. She is also responsible for overseeing 6 separate compliance programs, including records management, energy regulation, and privacy. Before joining the company, she held multiple leadership roles at Aon for more than 15 years. She received her JD from the University of Illinois College of Law and has a BA in broadcast journalism from the University of Illinois. Let's welcome Marta Carrera Slade.
Thank you, Emmy, for the introduction. Good morning, buenos dias, and welcome to today's Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. We appreciate you joining us this morning and celebrating our Hispanic and Latino communities. As you know, our theme for today is Orgullo, pride, recognizing those who empower our community. It's important to have orgullo in your culture, your history, and your language because it is what makes you who you are. It's important because when you have pride, you feel empowered. And when you feel empowered, the sky's the limit. In my case, I was born in Havana, Cuba. I'm proud to be Cuban American and take pride in 2 cultures, 2 languages, and 2 rich histories that make me who I am. It makes me able to adapt easily and be sensitive to multiple points of view. Soy orgullosa de ser cubana y americana. It's empowering and makes me resilient and agile to our evolving and changing landscape. As Pedro mentioned earlier, the changing climate and extreme weather is impacting all of us. We are experiencing firsthand increased temperatures, wildfires, rising sea levels, floods, and droughts. Over the past 6 months, we have been updating our Edison Clean Energy Pathway 2045 analysis and showing how California can reach net zero in the most affordable way possible. The last update was conducted in 2019, and since then we are seeing a need for greater electrification, more load growth, and an added need for infrastructure than we ever originally identified. As we move forward in our clean energy future, there are 2 issues that we can't ignore: equity and affordability. Our programs at Edison are being designed in partnership with representatives of our diverse communities and with the goal of helping our lower income and disadvantaged customers be a part of the energy transition. Economy-wide electrification across all sectors will bring down total energy costs and support environmental justice. Now let's be clear, the work ahead will not be easy. The pace of infrastructure build-out, supply chain delays, increasing customer expectations, and integrating customer devices into the grid are just a few of the challenges we know we are coming our way. You may be wondering, how are we going to be able to do all of this? Well, we need partnerships from you, our entire community, to meet these goals. Now it's time for the Clean Energy Champion Awardee. Many industries have already been actively engaged on the clean energy pathway. Some have installed solar panels at their sites, and many are participating in our Charge Ready program, just to name a few. And a great local example of this partnership is this year's Clean Energy Champion, the City of Downey. The City of Downey is a diverse and dynamic community in the heart of Los Angeles County, approximately 15 miles from downtown Los Angeles and 5 miles from Orange County. Let's hear about some of the clean energy projects they have already implemented and their future projects.
Hi, my name is Matt Robertson. I am the Superintendent of Utilities with the City of Downey. We are a local government agency based in Los Angeles County. The City of Downey is a charter city which was established in 1956. Our latest clean energy project was a recently completed groundwater well rehabilitation project for well 14. Not only did we earn incentives through SCE's clean energy program, but we also save annually on energy costs to operate the well. We have some solar panel projects that we've installed throughout the city at multiple schools, parking lots, city facilities. We also have LED street lighting that we've installed throughout the city, and we have some energy management systems in place at our city facilities to save on costs. And then also last year we built some charging stations for EV vehicles. The last project at well 14 produced a savings of $17,054.01. We'll typically save $20,000 to $40,000 per well through the SCE incentive program, and then we'll save annually ongoing energy savings of about $10,000 to $70,000 per year, depending on the size of the well. We have 20 operable wells in Downey that supply the community with safe drinking water. So we're continuously rehabilitating the wells on a maintenance schedule, working with SCE. In the past 10 years, throughout our multiple projects, we've saved 1,356,146 kilowatt hours, and that equaled a total energy savings of $353,449 for the City of Downey. Well, the City of Downey serves the public on a daily basis. It's imperative that we provide the community with affordable services. City of Downey is predominantly Latino based, so we do host several events throughout the year to stay involved with the community, to hear feedback and educate as well. Some of the events we host consist of Touch a Truck, the street fair we do every year, summer concerts in the park, and we also have events specifically geared towards the Latina community, such as Dia de los Muertos, Havana Nights, and the International Food Festival. These events bring the community together and illustrate the City of Downey likes to stay engaged with their residents. In the Maintenance and Utilities Division, it's important we keep costs low to our residents, so we really appreciate the partnership with SCE through their incentive programs. These programs save us money, the residents money, and SCE through less usage and operating costs. You know, each year, a number of the city's groundwater wells are rehabilitated to replace worn out parts and materials, to restore efficiency and water production as part of our annual groundwater well maintenance and rehabilitation program. The city also actively participates in SCE's energy efficiency and business incentive programs. Under this program, the Utility Division works with SCE to test its groundwater wells on a regular basis to identify which ones are candidates for SCE rebates and annual energy savings should a well rehab be conducted. And, you know, I just want to say we appreciate the partnership and opportunities SCE offers. Without these programs, costs would definitely be much more for all parties involved, us, the community, and you guys. We will continue to work with SCE on future projects and look forward to continuing that relationship with you guys.
Congratulations, felicidades, City of Downey, as this year's Clean Energy Champion honoree. Thank you for being a valued clean energy future partner. We look forward to supporting your future clean energy projects. It's important for all of us to find ways to support the clean energy pathway to ensure we help the state meet its climate goals and achieve net zero emissions. With your support, we can achieve these goals for a cleaner energy future for all of us. So I hope you're enjoying the program as much as I am. Have a great Hispanic Heritage Month and enjoy the rest of the program. Now back to you, Emmy.
We are almost at the end of the program, and I hope you've been thinking about that aha moment in the program or a key takeaway. There's been some good stuff, and we still have a little bit more to go. Up next is Yana Garcia, the Secretary for Environmental Protection from the Environmental Protection Agency. Yana Garcia was appointed California Secretary for Environmental Protection by Governor Gavin Newsom in August 2022. As Secretary, Yana oversees the state's efforts to fight climate change, protect air and water quality, regulate pesticides and toxic substances, achieve the state's recycling and waste reduction goals, and advance environmental justice. As a member of the governor's cabinet, she advises the governor on environmental policy. Garcia is nationally recognized as a groundbreaking environmental leader who has worked hard to uplift the voices of those from disadvantaged communities. Garcia holds a degree in politics from the University of California, Santa Cruz, and a law degree from Northeastern University School of Law. Please join me in welcoming Yana Garcia.
Hi, buenos dias. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me speak at this extraordinarily prideful event that you all are holding. Really happy to give a few remarks here this morning and hope that you all enjoy the day. I'm Yana Garcia, Secretary for Environmental Protection here at Cal EPA. And one of the questions that I get the most since I've started is what is it like to be the first Latina Secretary for Environmental Protection? And I have to say, especially with this crowd, that it is an extraordinary honor to be the first Latina. And it's exciting because although I'm the first, I know that I won't be the last. And I say that to all of you because among your ranks, maybe will emerge the next Latina Secretary for Environmental Protection. Latinos, as you know, are a majority of this state, what we call a majority minority. But as you all know, we have a lot of work to do to ensure that our representation actually matches our demographic across this state. And I hope that you all discuss today ways that we can continue to create pathways for that to become a reality. In my line of work, in environmental protection and climate work, what we see is that all too often Latinos still bear a disproportionate burden of pollution from industrial sources, and that's the case all across our state. What we also know, though, is that Latinos also have the ideas, the wherewithal, the power to create the solutions that we need to get to where we need to go. That's true in the electric vehicle space and in transportation, that's true in building decarbonization, and that's true in building sustainable communities on the ground everywhere. So I hope that you all enjoy the time today. I hope that you get a chance to honor the very, very important community partnerships all throughout the Southern California region. And I hope that you all stay in touch with us at Cali PA and our team. Looking forward to hearing about how the day goes, and thank you again for having me.
Our next guest comes to us from the animated movie industry, and they will be sharing some of their challenges as well as their wins. Magdiela Hermida Duhamel is the founder, co-director of Latinx in Animation, and is also the associate producer for Pixar. She is a talented producer with experience in both animated and live action films. She has worked with renowned studios such as FX Networks, Fox, DreamWorks Animation, and Warner Brothers Animation. Her portfolio includes Troll Hunters, Tales of Arcadia, Marvel Studios' What If, and Nickelodeon's The Casa Grandes. Brian Dimas is the founder, co-director of Latinx in Animation, and is also an animation producer with experience in feature animation production, 2D and CG animation, television development and production, and project management. He has contributed to various projects that include Trolls World Tour, The Boss Baby 2, Three Below, Tales of Arcadia, Troll Hunters, Tales of Arcadia, and Home Adventures with Tip and O. He has worked for animation studios that include DreamWorks Animation and Warner Brothers Animation. Let's welcome Magdiela and Brian.
Hello, my name is Magdiela Hermida Duhamel, and I am the founder and co-director of Latinx in Animation.
And hello, my name is Brian Dimas. I'm the co-founder and co-director of Latinx in Animation. We're a nonprofit. We are a program that is part of the Latino Film Institute. So the Latino Film Institute is the parent nonprofit. It oversees 3 core programs. The Los Angeles Latino International Film Festival, which has been around for over 25 years. It's the largest Latino film festival in the United States. And it was founded by Edward James Olmos, the well-known actor, director, producer. And the other program that they oversee as well is Youth Cinema Project, which spun out of the Latino International Film Festival as a program to teach filmmaking in the classrooms for kids across the state of California. And then the newest program is our program, Latinx in Animation. We actually started independent of Latino Film Institute as kind of like a grassroots community organization. And we joined Latino Film Institute back in 2019 officially. So it's all in like the grander goal of supporting Latinos in the industry and kind of showcasing our voices in storytelling.
Latinx Mission started, the spark for us was really the need to have, to find a community within our own world of animation and studio, Latino, Latinx, and we felt a little bit of minority within our minority. So it was easy in a way because we came from production, but there were definitely a lot of challenges because there was nothing like it. Even within our studio, we had to ask permission to have the meetings or to see what was going, what we can do to try to make it official or not official. So there was a lot of questions whether are people going to show up? Are we going to have enough people be part of this? Is this really a need out there? I don't know if there's anything else, Brian, that you can think of.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is more typical of larger companies, Netflix, Warner Brothers, Discovery. There are ERG groups, employee resource groups, especially that are tied to, cultures and identities that people are a part of, and the communities that people are a part of. So some of the early challenges was definitely like, how do we take the next step, which is becoming a nonprofit or something more official. But that's when Latino Film Institute came in and opened that door for us and helped us become part of that. Clearly, since 2018, especially with all the stuff that has happened in this country, like people feel like, hey, like it's time for change, especially in the animation industry where we reach a global audience, that we really need a space for everyone to feel included.
Yeah, my advice is to really immerse yourself in that world. They are in that community. Find your community. So my advice would be is that if this is what you're serious about, start finding networking. There's ways to go on Zoom. There are a lot of ways that if you're not local in the industry Burbank area, you can actually be part of our events that are monthly. For us specifically, Discurso and Draw, Drink and Wine. These are monthly events that are part of the community where you're going to be working and talking and meeting industry professionals that are working in those studios right now and can give you some one-on-one advice. Our goals is to really share information within our community and really empower each other to learn how we can be in this industry in animation as Latinos.
If you're interested, just like maybe I was saying, just go to these events and learn about the opportunities, because a lot of people that work in animation didn't necessarily study film and TV production, didn't necessarily go to art school. Not all of us are artists. Like myself and Magdala were producers. We can't draw, and kind of learn and network, because in this industry, it's all about who you know and kind of the relationships that you would develop with people and recruiters, that, someone is always willing to take a chance on someone.
For me, orgullo, pride, being orgullosa de mi gente, is so important right now, and because change is happening within our community, but in order for change to really be as impactful and as permanent as we need it to be, it needs to be together. It needs to be by supporting each other, by advocating for each other, by empowering our community, educating each other on things like our career, our animation, financial literacy, just anything, buying a house. I think that it's important for us that no matter what you are doing for our community, that we teach each other all these tools that we just generational past probably didn't have these opportunities, and we now do, and we are our parents' dreams, right? So to me I'm so proud of the sacrifices that our ancestors have made for us to now be here and continue to support our comunidad. So to me, orgullo and recognizing community and empowering, it really is making sure that juntos we can really make that change that is going to be permanent and really impactful.
And also for Orgullo too is just really recognizing, obviously recognizing and celebrating the people that have like broken down these doors, and giving the opportunities for people to even work in this industry or aspire to us to work in this industry. Again, we were just at this festival with friends that we know, but like Pilar Flynn, who's a producer on Marvel and a producer at Disney TV Animation who works on Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, but someone who is a wonderful advocate and voice for Latinos in the industry. Phil Lord, who many don't know, is actually Cuban American, but wrote Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, as the executive producer on the movie. People like Miguel Puga, who's working on Casa Grandes. People like Nikki Lopez, who created the first Caribbean-based pirate series for preschool. When you get people that are diverse at the top, show running, directors, they are the first to be more inclusive and include more women, more underrepresented artists on their crew. I think we should be definitely, for the year, it's really recognizing people supporting each other, and also people that, you know, open doors for others as well. And obviously, like a show that that we should be celebrating too is, you know, Angela Sanchez, who helped put this talk together as well.
I love to just kind of end with a little bit, and Brian mentioned this a little bit earlier about you can be in any field to work in animation. So I love to just share that if you are passionate about, you know, animation is another way of telling stories. They're not necessarily only for children. We are a media that is so vast and so wide, and there are so many ways that we can contribute into our own community and storytelling within animation. We need more people like us to be in those positions. We need more people that look like us, that speak like us, that are in those spaces. So I would just say to if you learn a little bit about us, we kind of landed in this world by just asking and wanting to make a change and tell stories. So if anything is really, if you're interested slightly in this field, find a way to find your community.
Thank you, Magdiela and Brian, for giving us some insight into getting into the entertainment industry and for your work in creating Latinx in animation. Your work gives the Hispanic and Latinx people a voice in making creative decisions and what we see on TV. So thank you for paving the way for those that follow in your footsteps. Next, we have our keynote speaker, Pepe Serna. Pepe Serna is an internationally renowned, award-winning actor, artist, and teacher. Serna has guest starred in more than 300 episodic television shows, films, and specials. He has also appeared on stage, including his solo show, El Ruco Chuco Cholo Pachuco, which is Serna's version of the panorama of Latino cultural history. He conducts his Pepefied workshops in schools nationwide. Most recently, Serna co-stars as Abuelo, grandfather, Montañez, in the hit film Flaming Hot, directed by Corpus Christi's own Eva Longoria, and is a series regular on the show With Love. The Amazon streaming series is currently in its second season. Serna has been honored by the Screen Actors Guild Heritage Achievement Award, the League of United Latin American Citizens, and the Estrella Award for Arts and Culture from the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Let's give a warm welcome to Pepe Serna.
Character actors are essential, and they're just people in movies that you may not even sometimes know their names, but it's like, oh yeah, that guy, he's always good, you know.
So versatile as an actor. If you look at his career of over, I don't know how many decades, he's done everything. He's played everything.
He's a very talented actor. That's why he's been around for so long.
He's been working consistently since the 70s, and that's a difficult task for any actor, much less a Latino actor.
In 1969 and 1970, the Chicano movement was in full swing.
And we set out to do a political movement to right the wrongs that had been inflicted on our community.
So at that time period, both of us were on the cusp of understanding the strength of what was about to happen.
Pepe had the disadvantage of being sort of typecast.
Stereotypes of us as gang members, as sleeping peons, as loose women.
We have to go back to the 80s where these roles just weren't there. And to create something that leads to another role, that leads to another role.
He's the only guy I knew that used to call me up and say, hey man, they're casting a movie. I just went up for it. He would be turning me on to the job that he was going after.
In Pepe's case, as an actor, he's the instrument to remind people that life can be joyful, life can be enjoyed, life can be happy. And I think in that sense, he's turned life as art into a joyous experience.
Thank you, Emmy, for that incredible introduction. And thank you, Southern California Edison, for having me here in Hispanic Heritage Month. And why are we here? I mean, the orgullo, the pride, the recognizing those of you who empower our Latinx community. All of us, and that's all of you that do the incredible work that you do. You know, teachers, oh man, teachers, you guys are just incredible. What you do, you're raising our children and making them, hooking their attention to finding out what is it about them. What is it that they want to do with their life? Finding that out, you know. And the health givers, man, more and more, especially for senior citizens, it's just so needed. What happened with COVID, you know, you were the first responders that are incredible. And all of you, in essence, are first responders for everything, because in our community, we need everything. Everything is needed, and then you're there to supply it for us. And I can't tell you how incredible that is to see that in our communities. But we see it in our communities, but we don't see it on the big screen or television. Because if you can't see it, you can't be it. So if you don't see any stories about the work that you do, how is the world going to know what we do, what Latinos do and bring to the world at large, and especially to America? So that's why you have to have that pride, that orgullo, to recognize those who empower our community, and recognizing those who empower our community are your coworkers. Yeah, your bosses. You know, the people that you deal with every day, that come to your store, or that you go to their place of business or home to service them. Yeah, it's incredible, man. And we have it. I mean, we've come a long way to be here in America. And a lot of us have been here for generations. So never feel like you don't belong, because we're human beings. We belong anywhere you are, there you are, and you belong there. And just put a smile on your face and get out there and just do what you were born to do. And so a lot of the things that I have to say, I'm going to give you the 10 most important two-letter words in the English language are: if it is to be, it is up to me. I love that, because that's the only way we're going to get anything done. It's up to you to do what you're going to do, right? And then another favorite thing of mine in the workplace, or any place, is that aroma, perfume, is to a flower what aroma is to a person. So don't go to work, don't be at work, don't be on a job site stinking up the place. It's your attitude, man. Always have a good attitude. Put a smile on your face. No matter what happened at home, no matter what just happened out on the street where somebody tried to cut you off, man, just go back to what our ancestors did to bring us here, to be able, for us to be able to do what we're doing. You know, we think, oh, wow, I got to get up early. I'm so tired. No, you have a job? Man, that is incredible, to be able to have a job and doing what we're doing. And then one of the things that I like to say is what I've done. I've been an actor for 75 years. I started when I was 4 years old. I'm 79 years old now. And I've still got all the energy that I landed here with. And that's what we all have to remember, is that it's how you take it. It's how we interpret any situation. People might be looking at you. You think, oh man, are they looking at me weird? Did they? No, you know what? Most of the time, they're not even in the same conversation with you. They're thinking of something else, and you want to take it personal. Don't take it personal. You don't need to take anything personal. Because I'm a character actor, right? And I'm in a few scenes in a movie, more than a few scenes in some where you don't even see me talk, but 1 or 2 words. Do you think that I feel like a supporting character? No. There are no extras in life. Every single one of us is the writer, producer, director, and star of our own movie. Everything is through our own eyes. We see the world through our own eyes. So If you close your eyes, the world, it ceases to exist, except, of course, through the imagination. And that gets me into a whole other thing. Why Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge, because knowledge is temporary, but imagination can take you all over the world. And you know that. And you know, we're daydreaming all day long. We're daydreaming that things take us in a different direction. As you can see, I'm daydreaming while I'm talking to you. I'm just going all different places. And I'm from improvisational workshops that I've done for over 50 years to teach you how to connect, communicate, and collaborate. And what do? What does your company do? The first thing that you have to do to get a job, somebody calls you, so you have to connect. You have to connect with somebody. Now you have to communicate. What do they want? What do you have to offer? Yeah, connect, communicate. Now, how do we work together? With the homeowner, or whoever the other person is that you're working with, and with your coworkers. So that sometimes you don't even have to say anything. You just give your coworker a look, they know what you need. Oh, no, the other wire, the 12 gauge, no, the 10 gauge. Yeah, the wrench, no, the bigger wrench. You know what I'm saying. But I love working with people one-on-one and getting each one of you to realize, man, that your stories are so important. We don't have. Most of us in Hispanic Heritage Month, Latinos, that we're not celebrated. You don't see us in the movies. I've been doing it my whole life. How do you, if you're like really at the top of your game and your phone is ringing off the hook because they need you, but now it's hard to find workers. How can you serve more than the people that you can serve? Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you how to do something that you're not going to probably go by. You're not going to like. That if you're busy and your friend down the street, Jose or Juan or Jacob or Rudy, also has an electric company or also is a plumber or a gardener, whatever it is, give them their name. If you know that they work good, don't be afraid that they're going to take your job. Man, when you give like that, it comes back to you tenfold. Not only does it come back to you, the way I look at things is it doesn't come back to you, it's already been given to you. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other. And the more we follow that, the more other people will do it. And they'll say, you know, that works, man. That makes me feel good. I just did something for somebody. You know, I haven't met one person. No he conocido ni una persona del otro lado, south of the border, that isn't an engineer. Because so many that come from little ranchitos, right? There's no Home Depot, Lowe's, True Value. There's no hardware stores. You have to invent how to make something work, right? So those are the important things that we know to do. And this is another thing that I'm going to give you a real good insight to how far away you are from achieving any dream you'll ever have. Any dream you'll ever have is only 6 inches away. Can you believe that? Any dream you'll ever have is 6 inches away. Put your right finger to your right temple and your left finger, and right there, right between those fingers, is where you'll find any dream you'll ever have. And anything you put in there, you have forever. The only thing that takes it away is drugs. They can take it away just like that. All that you've put in there your whole life, boom. I'm going to give you, as a parting from my one-man show, El Ruco Chuco Cholo Pachuco, one of my characters. And all my characters speak to the different problems and the different things that we have to celebrate. And I'm going to give you, it's El Ruco Chuco Cholo Pachuco. Órale, I am el Ruco Chupo, Cholo Pachuco. Homie, don't you know me? Como no? Claro que sí. Of course you do. You are me. And Papi and Mommy make three. And what about my sister, mister? Did you think I wasn't gonna list her? I'm her brother, she's my sister. North, south, east, west, the four corners. I've seen it all, and I've yet to see anything at all. Right is wrong, wrong is right. Black and white, day and night. It takes too long. It ain't no time at all. Sweet and sour, yin and yang, alpha, omega. Positive, negative, plus, minus. Accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative. I've been there, done that. Whatever you see, I painted the picture. Whatever you say, shut up. I already heard it. Whatever you read, I wrote it. I fought in every war that was ever fought. I won some and I lost some. I fought in every war that was ever fought. I mean, I'm going back as far as time goes. You know, in the ancient wars, and the First World War, the American Revolution, the Civil War, the Mexican Revolution, Korea, Afghanistan, Vietnam, the Desert Storm, all, but I never lost face, because that's a disgrace. And El Ruco Chuco Cholo Pachuco doesn't live in that place. I'd rather spend my days in outer space. Oh yeah, I spent my time in the small space, the cubicle, the lockdown, stupid pigs. I was run down, found and shut down, busted, said I pulled the trigger. Might as well sent my young butt up the river to the penitentiary, the pen, the joint, la pinta, la cárcel, el bote, porque me gustaba el borrote. The big house, the hooskow, you give it the name, I'll take the blame. I'll lay it flat on the line. I committed the crime, now I have to do, now I have to be, now I have to do, now I have to be man enough to do the hard time. So, if you make a mistake, if you're the boss, take the hit for your employee. That's you, it's on you. You're the boss. Sorry, my fault. Don't, because the minute you blame somebody else, you're gonna carry that with you, see? You're gonna keep, oh man, why did they do that? They're so stupid, why? But if you blame yourself, you're only gonna blame yourself 2 or 3 times and you'll forget it. You don't wanna keep torturing yourself. So thank you so much for making me a part of his Hispanic Heritage Month. Southern California Edison, you electrify me. I get so excited. Thank you very much.
Pepe, I've been watching you for years, and you've truly helped to pave the way for others. I've seen so many of your movies growing up, and to see that you are still acting gives hope to actors like myself that I can have a long career. Also, I love your artwork, so thank you for sharing your paintings, for sharing your home, and for the positive messages with us. With the day-to-day grind we all face, sometimes we forget to be positive and put a smile on our face. So thank you for the reminder. So what was your aha moment? We'd love to know. And if you want to share that with us, just put it in the chat. As we close, we'd like to thank Senator Rosalis Ochoa Bogue and Yana Garcia for your work in the government space to help the community. Thank you to Marta de la Torre and Esperanza Guevara for your work in the media space and giving us a voice to the larger audience. Thank you to Magdiela and Brian for your work in the entertainment space and giving us visibility in the animation space. Thank you to Chef Evanice Holtz and Olivia Pucci for sharing your talents with us today. Thank you to Pedro and Marta and Edison Leadership for hosting Hispanic Heritage Month for the past 13 years and celebrating our community and our many contributions. Lastly, thank you to the Planning Committee for putting together a great group of speakers, entertainment, other event elements, and for having me as your MC. I bet you thought I forgot about the opportunity drawing. Don't worry, I didn't forget. 6 lucky winners will receive a pink señorita hat by Chef Evanice, and 4 will get an autographed copy of Pepe Serna's book, Life is Art. If you are one of the lucky winners, be sure to email your name and address by next Friday, September 29th, to SCE Customer Engagement at SCE.com. Good luck, everyone. And the winners are Minerva Barón, Silvia Avendano, Amber Mendoza, I. Lopez, Rauli, Ola OK, Alfred Holt, Carolina Gamero, Patsy Ayala, and Norma Quiñones. Congratulations to our winners. Your prize will be shipped to you once we receive your name and address. My time is up, but the event is not over yet. We have some of Southern California Edison's employees here to represent and share some of their favorite cultural traditions. They are also part of SCE's Hispanic Latinx Business Resource Group, LEAD, which stands for Latinos for Engagement, Advancement, and Development. But before we show them, I just wanted to take one more final opportunity to thank you again for celebrating with us this morning. I've had fun hanging out with you today, and I hope to meet you in person someday. Have a wonderful Hispanic Heritage Month. Stay safe.
Buenos días y bienvenidos a la celebración de Edison del mes de la herencia hispana. Me llamo María Serret y soy cubana. Uno de mis recuerdos favoritos es la celebración de la Nochebuena de mi familia en Cuba, el 24 de diciembre. Esa noche es una festividad familiar. Toda la familia se reúne a cenar y cenamos tarde, entre las 10 y las 12 de la noche. La cena predominantemente consiste en lechón asado, frijoles negros, arroz blanco, platanitos fritos y yuca con mojo. De postre, por lo general, comemos turrones, frutos secos y avellanas. Para los cubanos en Cuba, el 25 de diciembre no es significativo. Nosotros no celebramos a Santa Claus. Celebramos los Tres Reyes Magos el 6 de enero. Ese día solamente los niños reciben juguetes y exclusivamente en sus casas. Y esa es la tradición que más recuerdo yo de mi Cuba linda. Que disfruten de nuestra celebración por el resto del día. Gracias.
Hello, my name is Gloria Burden and I am a Garifuna from a town called Colón in Honduras. There is a wide variety of Garifuna food which is quite unique and savory with staples such as plantain, coconut, cassava, bananas, and fish. My family enjoys the tradition of eating hudutu, a fish soup with fresh coconut milk, fresh shrimp, lobster, and crab, and served with green or ripe plantain. The majority of Garinago reside in Central America and Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. Garifuna is the language spoken by the Garifuna people. Ayo, that means bye-bye in the Garifuna language. Thank you.
Pura vida. Yo soy Antolino Oscar Cárdenas. Yo soy del país de Costa Rica. Y la cosa más importante culturalmente para nosotros es vivir esta vida con toda la pata. Eso quiere decir, ponle 100%. No importa si estás surfeando una ola en el mar, preparando un almuerzo para tus amigos en la playa, trabajando para la compañía o jugando fútbol. Ponle todo pasión, toda energía y todo amor. Eso es muy importante para nosotros. ¿Por qué? Porque nosotros somos un país bien pequeñito, somos muy pocos, entonces tenemos que representar. Pero la otra cosa más importante es, lo hacemos con mucha alegría, con mucho orgullo y con una actitud positiva. Esta pasión y esta alegría mezclado es porque decimos pura vida, vivir la pura vida. Es algo que me enseñó mi abuelito, es algo que tengo adentro de mí y se los pasa a ustedes. Entonces, hermanos y hermanas, pura vida. Antolín Oscar Cárdenas del Departamento de Relaciones Públicas Locales, a su orden.
Hola, mi nombre es Ruby Bros Yepes y soy consejera en SCE. Soy mexicano-americano de primera generación con mi mamá, que es de Michoacán. Una de nuestras tradiciones culturales familiares que me encanta es el Día de los Reyes Magos. Nuestra familia se reúne el 6 de enero para cortar pan que se hace especialmente para ese día, llamado el pan de rey. y está relleno de bebés de plástico que representan al niño Jesús. La parte divertida es que todos los primos y los tías y tíos se turnan para cortar el pan en diferentes tamaños, tratando de evitar recibir la muñeca de plástico, porque la persona que reciba la muñeca tiene que organizar una comida familiar, que es otra reunión familiar divertida para partir el pan juntos. Gracias.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Gloria Burden y soy asesora y proveedora de diversidad y desarrollo. Soy de Honduras, de un pequeño pueblo llamado Colón. Hay una gran variedad de comida de garífuna que es bastante única y sabrosa. A mi familia le gusta la tradición de comer hudutu, una sopa con leche de coco, fresca de langosta, de camarones y servida plátano verde o maduro. En Centroamérica, los garífunas también viven en Belice, Guatemala y Nicaragua. Gracias.
Hola, mi nombre es Linda Sibeli Delgado y trabajo para la compañía de electricidad del sur de California en el grupo de relaciones públicas. Yo soy salvadoreña y lo que más me encanta de ser salvadoreña aquí en los Estados Unidos es cómo nosotros mezclamos nuestra cultura con la cultura americana. Una de esas cosas es para el Día de Acción de Gracias. Nosotros podemos comer las papas y también el stuffing, pero a la misma vez también hacemos panes con pollo y incorporamos toda la comida que nos gusta a nosotros y que queremos ver cuando no estamos en nuestro país.